The movie begins with Heidi, who lives with her grandfather, in a cottage on the mountain. She is excited that it's Saturday, because she is expecting a mail from Clara today. She meets up with her friend Peter and his pet, and they go down together. The train arrives at Mayenfield, and a man comes down saying that the mayor is expecting him. He asks for directions to Durfli, and he is directed to the mountains. Heidi and Peter come across him going up the mountain, and Peter is fascinated by the car. Heidi and Peter meet the mailman asking if she got any mail today, and after teasing her a little, he brings out her letter. She is excited because it is indeed from Clara, and she reads it there. Clara is explaining how her and her father are spending their holidays, with pictures included. A train ticket is also included in the mail, asking her to join them next month. It seems like Heidi is going on an adventure. They run up to the market, which is already starting, and Peter's attention is caught by the call for free snacks. It is courtesy of a special guest from the big city, so everyone is allowed to take as many as they want. They go to watch people making music and dancing, and they join them to dance. They are interrupted by the mayor calling the attention of the villagers, to introduce the special guest, Mr. Schneidinger. He talks to them about his mission to make the village a better and modern place to live. They ask him if he would restore the burnt church tower, and he agrees. He also says that he wants to build a sawmill, but the mayor tells him that everyone in Durfli has to agree for the sawmill to be built. Heidi returns home with excitement, telling her grandpa about the invitation sent by Clara. She also tells him about Mr. Schneidinger's plan to build a sawmill and repair the church tower, but her grandpa seems skeptical. Heidi talks to the tree, asking it to look after her grandpa while she is gone. At night, a lynx with her 3 cubs show up at a house, looking for food. The chickens alert the couple, and they come out, chasing the lynx away. While they are running away, one of the cubs falls and gets hurt in the process. It couldn't meet up with its family, so it goes in a different direction, looking for somewhere safe to rest. In the morning, the couple go to report the incident to the mayor, complaining that they are not safe. Mr. Schneidinger comes over and offers to catch the lynx with traps, in exchange for their approval to the sawmill. The baby lynx is hungry and searching for food everywhere, and it comes across the trap set by Mr. Schneidinger. It takes the bait and is captured. Peter comes to Heidi's place and tells them about the story of the lynx. He also tells them about Mr. Schneidinger's traps. Heidi asks her grandpa to follow Peter, and she leaves with him. They are laying down on the grass, and Heidi hears a sound. She alerts Peter and they go together towards the sound. They notice that one of Mr. Schneidinger's traps has caught something. Heidi looks through and sees the baby cub. She feels sorry for it, and opens the trap with the help of Peter. She notices that the trap is about to collapse, and she rescues the lynx before it collapses. She says she wants to take it home, and Peter can't talk her out of it, even though he thinks it's a bad idea, because it's a wild animal. Peter gets a leaf, and tries to make it feel better where it is hurt. Heidi gets home and walks in like nothing is different. Inside her room, she nurtures the cub and gives it a name, Pepper. Her grandfather calls her for dinner, and she leaves Pepper to go. She offers to say grace, so that she can sneak out food while her grandpa closes his eyes. After grace, she finishes her food, and says she wants to go to bed, while her grandpa suspects something. She goes up and gives the food to Pepper, and it falls asleep even before it's done eating. She carries it to bed and also goes to sleep. It wakes up at night, looks outside and goes back to bed. Grandpa goes to check on Heidi, and sees the cub, but leaves without saying anything. In the morning, Heidi still tries to sneak out food, but Grandpa notices her this time. He asks her why she is doing that, but she lies. After some questions, she breaks, and tells him everything. He tells her that it's not a good idea, as it's a wild animal, but he agrees to let her keep it until it gets better. He also asks her what it means for her visit to Clara, as it may not be healed in time for her visit. On her way to the market with Peter, she takes the Pepper with her, and tells Peter about her decision to no longer go on the visit written in the letter to Clara, as Pepper needs her. They get to the market and see Mr. Schneidinger knock on the door of the mayor. He explains that he went to check on the traps and noticed that someone set the lynx free. He is not happy as he is trying to keep them safe, and the mayor encourages the villagers to sign the petition. Heidi reads about the lynx and understands everything about it. Pepper gets more and more comfortable with everyone, even to the extent of bugging Peter alongside his pet. It is clear that Pepper is happy with Heidi and Grandpa. Clara gets the letter from Heidi, and is disappointed that she won't be coming. She tells her father about it, and also tells him the reason. He says that he knows Schneidinger, and is not surprised when he finds out that he's trying to build a sawmill, as it's not the first time he has tried. Grandpa talks to Heidi about her decision to not go for the visit, and tells her that Pepper would soon go back to the wild, but she shouldn't damage her relationship with Clara. She hugs him and thanks him. The mayor tells Mr. Schneidinger that the sawmill can't be built without everyone's approval, and one person did not agree, Grandpa. He asks for the direction to Grandpa's house, and angrily goes up there. He gets to the home of Grandpa and tries to talk him into agreeing. He offers him money, but Grandpa says that there's nothing his money can do, as he already has everything, showing him the view from up there. Grandpa tears the check and Mr. Schneidinger gets angry, threatening him for standing in his way, while Grandpa tells him to get off his land. Pepper comes out and Schneidinger sees it, happy that he has something to tell the villagers. That night, Heidi has a hard time sleeping, so she wants to take Pepper back to the top of the mountain, where his family would be. She sneaks out, but the dog sneaks out and follows her. She goes to Peter's house and wakes him from sleep. After some reluctance, he agrees to follow her. They begin their journey to the top of the mountain, while Peter tells them why the mountain is a very dangerous place. They all help each other on this journey to the top of the mountain. Grandpa wakes up in the morning, ready to give the dog its food, but he doesn't find the dog. He calls Heidi out for breakfast, but she doesn't respond, so he goes up and finds an empty bed. Peter falls because he is tired, but Heidi brings out a sandwich, which motivates him to stand up. While eating, he points out that a hawk has been following them for a while. That's when they realize that the hawk has been waiting for the right moment to take Pepper. It goes after Pepper, who is alone and far away from them, but the dog gets there just in time to pursue it away. It then attacks Peter's bag and takes the sandwich that he kept there. Grandpa goes to Peter's house and asks for Peter, but his mother says she thought he was at their place. He tells her that he thinks they're up the mountains, and he is going to look for them. They keep going, and Peter notices that the weather has changed. The storm in this part of the mountain can last for hours or days, so they need to find shelter as soon as possible. Grandpa notices that a storm is coming, and he is worried. Peter's mother is also worried, so she runs to the mayor, telling him that Peter and Heidi are alone on the mountains while Grandpa has gone to find them. Mr. Schneidinger hears this and there is a mischievous smirk on his face. While searching for shelter, Heidi slips but is caught by Peter. They navigate through the storm and sit somewhere temporarily. Joseph runs somewhere and comes back, signaling to them to come. He shows them that he has found shelter, and they all go in. Peter picks some sticks to make a fire, reminding her that he told her it was a bad idea, and saying that Grandpa would be so mad when they get home, if they survive the mountains. Grandpa is in the mountains, getting beat by the rain. Joseph wakes Peter in the morning, and they go out to meet Heidi. The storm is over and they can now see. She shows him that all the trees have been cut down, and they wonder what could have happened to them. They keep going until they get to an abandoned sawmill. They check the signboard and they see that it was run by Schneidinger. They suspect that this is why the lynxes left this side of the mountain, and why all the trees were cut down. Pepper becomes restless and runs into the building, and they follow it while telling Joseph to stay. They see that Pepper is reunited with her family, but not in a pleasant way, as the mother is in trouble. Pepper asks them for help, and Peter gets an idea. He reaches for the rope, and uses it to drag the wood. They are not able to drag it on their own, so they call for Joseph to help, and they save the mother lynx. They need to get them away from there, so Heidi calls out Pepper, hoping the rest of them will join. They are reluctant at first, but Pepper assures them that it's okay. Schneidinger arrives at Peter's house on his car, and walks to Heidi's house. Peter's younger sister is fascinated by the car. He gets into Heidi's home, knowing that no one is home, and steals the locket that belongs to Grandpa. He gets outside and sees Peter's sister playing with his car, and he is furious. While trying to get them to go off his car, he drops the locket, and picks it back with Peter's sister looking at him. Peter's grandma comes out wondering what the fuss is about, but he calls her an old hag, and Peter's mother checks him for it. He gets on his car and drives away. Heidi and Peter are heading back home when Joseph runs forward. They wonder why, but he comes back with Grandpa. Peter is scared, but Heidi runs to embrace him. As they go back, she tells him about everything they saw, including the sawmill. He tells them that they would camp for the night, and take the lynx to safety before going home. She apologizes to him about sneaking out, and he forgives her. He gives them food that he brought and they are happy. Heidi shares her food with the lynxes, and with Peter. Peter plays with the fire, and says it's how the church burnt down, but Heidi signals to him to keep quiet, as the church burning down is a sore spot for Grandpa. Peter persuades him to talk about it, and he tells them the story. He says that after Heidi's parents died, he got so angry at everything, and stopped speaking to everyone. One night, he was taking a stroll and the church was burning, but he refused to help them, and just walked away. Someone said he started the fire, and he just let them say what they wanted without trying to tell them the truth. And that's why he locked himself away. Heidi and Peter cry while listening to him, and he says that he can't lose her, because she was his fresh start. Schneidinger plants the locket at the church building site in the middle of the night. They get far enough and choose to release the lynxes there. Heidi says her goodbyes to Pepper, and they go back. Schneidinger brings the mayor to the church building site, and one of the workers finds the locket. Schneidinger acts ignorant, and the mayor recognizes that it belongs to Grandpa. The villagers rejoice that Heidi and Peter are back, and they welcome them warmly. They see Grandpa, and the mayor brings the locket to him. He asks where it was found, and he tells him it was found at the church. The villagers see this as proof that he started the fire, and they call for his arrest, so he is arrested. Peter's mom takes Heidi home, and she thanks her. She cries in her room, telling her that it's not true. Schneidinger goes to visit Grandpa in jail, and Grandpa tells him that he still can't build his sawmill without his signature, so Schneidinger tells him that he'll go for something he really cares about. Heidi confronts Schneidinger, telling him that she'll tell everyone the truth about his sawmill, as she saw it with her own eyes. He says that no one would believe her and her uncle over him. He tells her that he's going after the lynxes, and she tells him that they're not bothering anyone at the place where they are now, but he thanks her for revealing where they are. Clara and her father arrive at the train station, and say that they need to get to Durfli as quickly as possible. Heidi runs to the mayor, begging to see her grandpa quickly, and he agrees to let her see him before the police come to get him. She tells him that they need to get out of there, but he says that he doesn't want to run away. She is very angry that he is not saying anything again, even as he's innocent, and eventually convinces him to run away. They run through the back, evading the police searching for them. Peter's family come to see the mayor, and the mother tells the mayor that Schneidinger passed through their house. She was about to tell him about the locket when the pet spots them and makes noise, interrupting them. They corner Grandpa and Heidi, but Heidi doesn't want them to take him, so she climbs up a fragile ladder, and tells everyone that Grandpa didn't burn down the church. She says that Schneidinger accused Grandpa because he got in his way, because the sawmill would have destroyed everything. The mayor is confused because he saw the locket at the crime scene, but Grandpa says that Schneidinger stole it. Peter's mom confirms the story and the mayor starts to rethink about Mr. Schneidinger. Clara's father comes out and tells them that Schneidinger is a crook and Clara brings proof. Heidi is happy to see Clara and she tries to come down, but the ladder slips and she falls, while Grandpa catches her. Heidi and Clara share a hug, and the mayor apologizes to Grandpa. Heidi tells everyone that Schneidinger is hunting the lynxes, so they have to save them. The lynxes are having fun in their new home, but Schneidinger is hunting them. They track the lynxes and get close to where they are, while some of the villagers are on their way to try and stop him. Schneidinger shoots at the lynxes, but they run away. The villagers hear the sound of the gun, and Grandpa tells the children to stay there while they go further. The mayor sounds a horn telling them to cease fire, and the two villagers that came with Schneidinger tell him, but he doesn't agree to. They turn back while he continues going. They meet Grandpa, and he asks them where Schneidinger is, but they say that he's gone crazy and they don't like to deal with crazy people. The children hear another gunshot and they are told to hide, but Heidi sees Pepper and runs after him. She sees the lynxes running, and she calls out to Pepper. They all run towards her, and Schneidinger is close-by and still searching for them. He's still searching, when Grandpa comes towards him, and he wonders how he got out of jail. Grandpa tells him that it's all over, but he attacks Grandpa. Heidi comes out of hiding, and runs behind Grandpa while he dodges. They all run towards him, but he doesn't stop. The lynxes see this as an opportunity to run, and Schneidinger points the gun at them. Grandpa grabs the gun and pushes him to the mud. They laugh at him, while the police come and arrest him. The church tower is fixed, thanks to a huge donation by Clara's father, and the whole village is happy. They sing and dance in merriment. Heidi is very happy that Clara came, and they embrace. She sees Pepper, who is now a little bit grown and free. Thank you for watching, guys. If you love animation movies, please subscribe to this channel and keep watching. Bye.